You good? Right, cool. Okay, so we're going to be making an RTS today, which is a real-time strategy, for those who don't know. So the general thing that we're going to need is we're going to get rid of that ugly red spot. I don't know what that is. Is it working? I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to need units, which are the people that we select. We're going to need a world for them to live in, like this. And then we're going to need to figure out how we're selecting them, because you're meant to control multiple of them at once. And then ideally we'll also have buildings. So in an RTS, you have loads of troops that you highlight, you click somewhere to move them around, and you change what units you're giving what orders, and then you normally build different ones from different buildings. So Unity is what we would call an object-oriented engine. So the idea being that everything in Unity relates to things called game objects. So game objects have a collection generally of things they do and things they have. So things they have are called variables. So that'll be something like health, speed, name, something like that. And do is the things they can do. So units can walk, attack each other, die, etc. That is the basics of object-oriented programming. So if you go to Unity, you'll see three windows that are particularly important. So there's your list of objects in your scene. Your scene is your game world. At the bottom, you should have your project. So that's assets that aren't in the project, but you have. And then your inspector over here, which is whatever you've currently got selected. And then the actual game world in the middle. And you can swap between scene for like your creation view, and then game for what you'll actually see in the game. So for those of us who have laptops, if you could right click on this machine, okay, and then go to create a cube or a capsule or whatever shape. This is going to be your person, okay? So I'm going to make a capsule. You should make this guy, and it makes them at 0, 0, 0 normally. So if you bring it up, so it's a bit higher. And this is going to be a unit. So I'm going to call it unit. So I said we're going to call it unit. Right. So as you can see, you got a load of information on whatever you've selected on the right. So 3D game objects have they'll have a transform, so it's position and world space. Its rotation and how much bigger you've made it than its base size, which is its scale. Because this is a capsule, it has a mesh renderer, which shows you the 3D mesh of the capsule. And then it comes with a collider. So if something collides with it, it fits the shape of a capsule as opposed to like a box or a ball. So this is going to be a unit. So then we need a world for the unit to walk around on. So if you could go to 3D objects and create a plane, and then put that underneath, and then maybe make it a bit bigger, like 4. Doesn't matter when you do the other. Yeah, there you go. Silly trackpad. There you go. Right. So this is this guy. So how Unity works is you have all different like packages and things you can rely on. So that are installed are like understanding how the engine works. So you have like Unity objects, Unity maths, stuff like that, physics. But for our purposes, we are going to need another one. So we need to go to Package Manager, which is Window Package Manager. And then we need to go to the Unity packages, change it to Unity Registry.
Where's the Package Manager, sorry?
Window Package Manager.
Oh, yeah, Package Management.
And then we need AI Navigation, not that kind of AI, the original one. And this helps you do pathing and stuff. Then you need to install it, and then I'll put it in the project.
That installs it for the project machine, not just for all projects.
Yeah, you have to do it for each individual one, which is good because otherwise you don't have a load of bloat. But so the idea is this package contains all the things we need to make a unit move around a grid on its own, like it has all the pathfinding things in it for us and that, so that we don't have to worry about doing that today. So let me know when you guys have all got that installed. So how game objects work in Unity is that everything that you can actually put in the world has a game object, and a game object inherits from a class called monobehavior. So a monobehavior is a special class in Unity that plugs into all the Unity timing things like on start, on update, etc. So everything that exists as an entity in your game needs to have one of these. But you can't see them here because it's all like default Unity stuff. But essentially, when you want to make something do something, you add a component to it that makes it do the thing. So for this guy, we're going to make a script on him called agent controller. And we'll make a script and add it to him. And then we can open that up and have a look when that happens. Every time you like close like a script thing or something, it does a whole loading bar thing. So it can get a bit annoying. I'll put it up in my browser. Right.
Christian, how do you pan around a scene?
Should I do it with the trackpad? So if you do middle mouse button, that zooms in and out. If you right click and scroll, that does that. I can't remember if left click does, but you could always just use the wheel in the top. I'm used to doing it with the mouse, but I didn't bring one today. So I'm very smart.
It's like if you hold the wheel and then pan around, it moves the camera itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to work out how to do.
Trying to zoom out or?
No, move around the.
Should have to do it on the trackpad. Right. Rideable like that. My jet prince. Mm.
No, I'm trying to.
I don't have one.
Oh, there we go. You can also select the hand tool.
Oh, there you go. That'll do. I don't want a paid license. I don't need a paid license on home. Okay, I'll open up Visual Studio. It's a sleeve.
Same problem with JetBrain tools.
I could have sworn I had a license. Anyway. So has everyone installed the package?
Yosh.
Do I now have another one? Oh no. Editor. Oh no. I don't have it on. Okay. No worries. So guess I'll just go get VS Code or something on my right. So if you've got that installed, so if you click on your plane, you can add a component to it. I put this component on the wrong thing. You can go find something called a nav mesh surface. So this is a component. This is whatever you attach this to. It becomes something that nav mesh agents can walk on, and nav mesh agents are units.
Yeah.
So you hit it, and then you hit bake, and then it turns this entire thing into a walkable area for your agents. You want to do it without the unit there, though, because it thinks it's a wall and it tries to build around it. There. Right. And then once you've done that, you add a nav mesh agent to your guy. And now he is a person that can receive orders and walk around on top of it. So the other thing is to take your camera and actually point it at your game. So you want to select it, use the transform tool up here, and then pull it around until you've got a view you like. I think mine's actually pointing backwards to where I thought it was. Yeah, definitely should have brought a mouse. Right. Oh yeah, that's another thing. If you want to zoom in on something, you can just press F. If you got one, that'd be cool. That'd certainly make my life easy. Now I have the power. Well, that's sensitive. Okay, right. Oh, it's not used to the speed. Okay. Okay. So yeah, point that at your guy. I don't know why it's doing it in normal. Ah, there you go. Change it to global.
It's like an in-game camera you're trying to build.
Yep. Trying to make point at the right thing. Bit wonky. Cool. Right, that'll do, I guess. Good. Right, so everyone's got a nav mesh surface and nav mesh agent. Yeah. Okay. So you need to go to your unit and you need to attach a new script. I call mine agent controller. Call it that ideally. Then I have this parent. Oh, it's gonna take. Right. Show you the code while I'm waiting. Right. Okay. So we are going to be making a thing called agent controller, which is a type of mono behavior. So mono behavior is basically any script. Like every game object entity is a mono behavior. It has to have at least one to be represented in the editor. So the important things is that being a mono behavior gives you access to the main like life cycle things. So, for example, every game object, when it starts behaving in the world, has start, right? So if you put code in start, that'll happen when the object starts. Update is like the heartbeat of your object, right? So every frame that the engine plays, you'll execute the code in update. So typically you handle stuff like moving around in there. But the problem is, as I said, it happens every frame. So if you have a higher frame rate, it will happen more often than if you have a lower frame rate. So the worse your computer is, the less it will be executed. So if you say, for example, oh, if I have the right key held down, move to the right 5 units, and you put that in update, a fast computer, your character will actually move further because you're doing that more times a second than a slow one. So what you need to do is you need to be doing it based on how much time has actually passed, which is done in one called fixed update. So fixed update happens on a set amount of time set somewhere in the engine. So like, for example, every half a second. So every half a second, it will do the things in that. You can combine these with a library in here called time, which basically calculates how much real time has passed between frames, and then only gives you the number that you should have between that time. So, for example, if I say move to the right 5 units times time dot delta time, what that will do is you'll move 5 units to the right divided by how much time has actually passed between now and the future, between now and the next second or something. So that way you'll only move 5 units per second, which is what you want. Have they downloaded it yet? We call it by hand. Right. So, I do sure. Right. So, if you go inside your update function, right, and then you
Code up, sorry.
pardon?
Did I miss a step where we got?
Oh, you double click on a script asset. So you have to make a new script in your project. Call it agent controller, and then double click on it and it'll open up in your IDE.
Does he do that through the component?
You can do that, or you can just do it in the project. I did it in that component. So agent so the script we're making is going to be called agent controller.
Agent controller.
Yeah. It can be called whatever you want, but I call it that. And what it's going to do is this script is going to be attached to our unit, and it's going to tell the agent component attached to it what to do. So it has Unity's built-in agent attached to it, and you need to tell it what to do, right? So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to cast a ray from the camera towards the world, and then that's going to tell us where we're clicking, and then we're going to tell the unit to go to where we clicked. That looks like it's easy. It does look like so. Dang it. Here's some. Oh, wait, one minute. Check where it was installed. No.
Oh,
Yeah, no, no. Yeah. Right. Oh, hey, actual code. Trusty levels. Cool. Right. So we're going to go to update. And then we are going to copy and paste some code from my thing. Cool. So inside update, we're going to do an if statement. So you go right if open up some brackets, and then we're going to check if the mouse button 0, which is your left click, is held down. And if it is, we're going to do stuff. So for people who aren't programming well, this is an if statement, so it'll execute the code inside it if this condition is true, which is if the mouse button is down. So what we're going to do is this. So we're going to create a ray, which is basically shooting a laser from the camera towards a point that you want, right? So this shoots a laser from the middle of the camera to the position of the mouse, right? And then if it hits something, it will return to this object called hit info, which is a raycast hit. You plug it in here where it says out, and it pumps the info into there. And then if it came back negative, which is this exclamation point here, we'll just jump out and return here. But if it didn't, we'll set the agent, which is here, to our destination. So we have to tell it what all these things mean. So if you go up the top, we're going to make some variables. Yeah, so this stuff. So up top here, we're going to make a private nav mesher agent called agent, which represents the inbuilt Unity agent code. Right? And then we're going to make an int, which is an integer, which is a whole number, called ground mask, which is currently equal to 0. Right? So how this works is that you don't want the laser we're shooting to take into account every object in the game, right? Because not everything's important for finding out where you can go. So we're going to make a new layer, which is make a new layer, and the ground is going to be on that layer. So you go back to your game, you select the plane, and then you go up to the top right where it says layer default, and then we're going to make a new layer. And you can put it where you want, as far as I'm aware. And we're going to call it ground mask with an uppercase M.
Do we have the layers, sorry?
So you click the plane,
Yeah.
and then in the inspector you go to the top right where it says layers default.
Yes.
And then you click the drop down, you hit add new layer. And you make a new one called ground mask. Or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. It doesn't really matter where you put it, as far as I'm aware, but I think it means it's on a slightly higher layer than water and UI, which aren't here at the moment, so that's fine. And then what we're going to do is in start, we're going to call a couple of things. So This is where the object-oriented stuff comes into it. So, tell me when everyone's ready. Sure. Cool. So, game objects, as they're represented in here, all have components. So, like unit has all these. These are all components of the unit we made. So, there's a mesh render, caps collider, nav mesh agent, and our script that we made. So, this script has no idea that the objects attached to actually has a nav mesh agent, right? So what we do is when we start up, we tell it to find the component in the game object called that is a nav mesh agent, and then assign that to our variable up here, agent, right? So every game object can call get component, and it'll look through a list of components that it has, and then you can tell it to just grab the first one that matches the criteria. So in this case, agent is equal to the first thing they find that is a nav mesh agent. And then here, brown mask, if you type in layermask.getMask, what we'll do is it will calculate the correct int to represent only finding the masks you've put in here. So we only want to hit the ground with our laser, so we put ground mask in there. So now, when we shoot this ray, it will only bounce off of the ground. And then when it does do that, we're going to set our agent to walk to that point on the ground. In theory, that should just work. I'm not holding my breath there. So when you've got all that sorted, you just go in here, you click play, and then it should work, and it's not, which is fun. Why is it?
Could we be seeing?
I know when. Because when you make a new layer, it doesn't automatically apply that layer. That's why. So what you should be seeing is the unit should be able to walk around. No, not doing it. What's wrong? Oh, do I have to do that? I'm right, you'd have to do it. It just does it on its own. I'm glad you caught that, because I was definitely going to miss that and sit here for half an hour wondering why it's not working. I thought that was too easy. What? Sure. Why not? Oh, I don't like that. Why'd everything disappear?
Agent
Yes,
does not
cool.
contain a definition for set destination. Have I spelled something?
Probably. Have you spelled it?
Agent controller,
Yeah, it works.
capital with capital D destination.
Okay. Agent dot set destination.
That one.
Have you defined agent as a nav mesh?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So has everyone got this code? Is this straightforward? Okay. Here you go.
To be going there, I got lost very early because the cube wasn't expanding or changing size.
Oh, okay. You just changed the scale.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do. It just wasn't changing. And I finally got it after
Oh,
a
that's
few
good.
attempts. But
Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt because he
No,
was slow.
where did you get up to? No, okay.
Literally expanding cube. I
Okay.
didn't even set a layer yet.
Okay. So you need to make a plane for the cube to sit on,
Yep.
and then the plane needs to be set as ground. By going to layers. So you go to, yep.
Usually make it on the 6th layer, so that it's the highest thing that's recognized. So you press back into plane.
Not yet.
But no, you are there like Charlie.
No, I think it was just
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then we
Make it a bit bigger.
A frozen
Brown
plane.
Mars.
4x4.
This computer wasn't really close. There you go.
Go back to cube. It's too much.
Not a good sign when paint is lagging.
It's
Stop running again.
position, right?
It's the vein.
So
It's one of the veins moving. Come on, vein. Come on, vein. Come on, vein.
Is the beam moving?
Strange numbers.
Well, my laptop's taking ages to.
Okay.
Yeah, we're about to see now. Oh, there it is.
Cool.
You tried to read into its nearty.
Did you make the cube into a nav agent and the floor into a nav agent?
Keep it on that one, and then green mode.
No. You try to read the
Do that
input using
later.
the initiation of input class.
And then for the cube at the bottom,
Mine's, I don't know if the color coding is just weird. And
did you download the so navigation agent? Yeah, right. So that's basically it's like the plane.
Yeah, I've got
Then
them.
I tick you up a little bit more.
Then bake it again.
it should
Uh,
click to
okay.
it once the game starts. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just so that way it bakes it.
Oh, yeah.
Plane. Add component. Navigation.
National layouts.
Navigation. Then scroll down. It should say
It's giving me some separate error.
What?
It's giving me a no. So it's giving me a.
So,
Read the input using
the cube
input
stuff.
class. You switch that to input handling to input system package and player settings.
now scroll to the
Oh, okay. You're using the new input manager
Right.
on
Did you
your
make
version of
a,
Unity. Um,
a script for it yet?
Got into script.
so I think if you
And
go
then have you
to
attached it to it.
project
So
settings
you can also if you
and then
drag it
input
from there
manager.
onto the cube, that will do the same thing.
Derive from one over there.
Right.
You might have
Just
an option to
hit
switch back to the old one.
and then go into the view
So,
itself.
no.
So we right.
No, just go
No.
go into it like it was on the inspector.
Hmm.
Oh wait, well that's got axes. What size do you want? What do you mean?
Those are 18.
Does that matter?
Every time you do
It's just the amount of inputs you have.
You can't
No.
stop.
The cube. Right.
And then scroll down to the bottom of the cube again.
Yep.
Add component. And then just type in the name for your script.
Okay.
So it's got the agent.
Can I look at your one? Let's double check that it's what I think it is.
Yeah.
The search input manager.
It will doesn't want spaces. So capital C.
You input handling to input system. Your player setting down.
That's cool. And then just save it there or save it right there. Sweet.
Separate menu actually called player settings at one point, so it might be on that.
Trust.
If I do that, there you go.
So, first thing you need to do in the void start. Not in the void start, sorry. In this area here,
Is it
so
player settings?
just underneath this bracket, press enter.
Fair enough like that.
It will automatically indent to whichever bracket is.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. If you go to
So,
build
private.
settings, then player settings. Is this not where we were before?
No, so this is going to say first.
Oh, yeah. It's just down in player.
Private
Wow.
space
Big.
agent.
Yeah, some other player.
On play and then it will be that in a second. It's just a if it's a colon or if it's an equal sign.
Active input handling, and then change that to old.
Not that bit,
Yeah.
because that at the moment is private agent control. It's called the script into the you have the script.
It's right, we're saying, don't we? Yeah, there you go.
Trying to do
So
a
then it'll
script
restart.
Yeah. Here we go.
There you go.
Or it's easier to read.
If you take off the agent bit, because the agent bit gets called.
project.
So do nav mesh agent capitals for each thing. Each space agent. And then is it open close?
What we did?
No, it's not open close. So that will be that bit there. Then
Yeah, I would imagine it's a lot of pressure.
private into.
Especially on a keyboard, you don't
So
need
private again.
Yeah,
space.
yeah, for sure.
No,
So
and
when I was
then
at uni,
Yeah.
I tried to
Round
do my
mask.
doing
Yeah, you need to set a layer called
buckets,
ground.
'cause I forgot
Yeah.
how it worked.
And then that is equals 0. So space equals 0. And then semicolon. So that's your variable stuff. So you go into the start. This is the stuff that's got called at the very beginning of the game. So right there in this bit. Enter.
Yeah, I ended up having a lot of typos.
No, it's gone
I
again.
made my variable.
Oh, sorry, you're still reading it.
So I was getting to
So,
the so I
you've got a
was-
cool
I-
agent,
You know
so
how like
agent
my
equals-
variables, like I didn't have that and it won't
Get
because I was
component.
trying to
So
be
capital
fancy,
G and then
name my things
capital
correctly,
C.
like private and
Component.
anything that isn't public.
Yeah.
Typically,
And
is
then
done sort of
open
under-
bracket.
What is it? It's
No. Is that open bracket or is that? I can't see.
Where are
No,
the
it's
lining?
not bracket. It's a triangle.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that is nav mesh agent. Close the thingy and then open close brackets.
Yep.
And then close the bracket and then semicolon.
Question. So you know that
And then
that in
so
ground
ground
mask
mask
just gets
is-
set to the layer number. Does it
No.
basically six?
just type in
It's
ground
more
mask variable.
complicated. So it grabs a bit mask. So it converts that in. When converted to binary, it will represent all the layers it's not hitting, or is hitting and not hitting.
Okay.
So if you just put in layer number 8, it probably won't come right. So if you type in 8, that's actually only showing layer number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. I found that out yesterday. I'm trying to remember. That's cool.
And then you want the apostrophe or speech marks.
Yeah.
Whatever you named that mask, I think it was just ground.
Yep.
And then semicolon at the end of the.
No.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's your start, and then for your updates,
The
you're
code
going to
bit,
do
yeah.
in your update section.
Wait yourself.
Enter again.
You're in trouble.
If
Just going to try and redo it.
Did it not move?
and then
No, it did. It then
Open
go back
brackets,
something
open
else.
brackets.
So I was like, yeah, just do it and reset. I think it's because I changed it in the player settings. It needed to change
Dogs.
everything.
get mouse button down. Yes. Once you start, it should recognise usually. And then open close bracket or open brackets 0.
Well, Unreal Guy will be here next time. So.
Yeah. And then at
Is
the
it
very
so
end,
with Unreal when you see, is there actually like
press
the
enter.
way you lay things out when you're
Open
like coding
script
using
bracket.
Unreal? Are they going to be two separate codes? You like the same RTS
Yeah.
coding in Unreal that you can
And then
use?
enter.
Well, I haven't used it, but
Okay,
I know that a lot of
Well,
it has like this blueprints thing, which is visual scripting. So basically, you'll have big chunks of things that
Yes,
represent
it's
codes,
very case
code,
sensitive,
and you
so
can connect them together.
Right. not
So
capital,
it's object oriented like this is,
equals
but it's like there's another layer of abstraction between to help people get started with it,
Sort of
basically.
input, like put
Main.
like you draw line
Yeah.
inputs and outputs.
There's stuff in Unity to do that. Yeah.
screen point to
Isn't that how
right.
you do like animation and shit?
Yeah, you do nodes. There's also like visual effects and stuff. It does that.
Open bracket.
But yeah.
Input capital.
Why isn't I thought I got rid of that one.
Dot mouse position.
Yeah.
Lowercase m, uppercase p.
Is it not giving you like any autofill?
It's not giving the autofill yet.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping that after it compiles it again, it will recognise that there's meant to be
did you say
some.
lower M?
Yeah,
on lower M, higher M.
index.
Not in compiler, so it's not linting.
Yep. And
Is it not?
then
Yeah, so
semicolon.
you have to add that as an extension.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's just been taking ages to index.
Yeah, like I did choose not to install the Unity thing.
Raycast. So that's one word.
Which came
so
yeah, the Unity.
no
app.
lowercase, no uppercase E.
So in the cases
And then
where
hits
it's using the
uppercase.
new input map,
Yep.
that's going to do that on a new
Space.
Should do. Yeah, I just haven't used it before. I mean, it should be easy to get the input. I just haven't looked up how to do it. So copy and pasting it.
Hold on. Yeah,
And then enter. Oh, sorry, semicolon.
Is he moving? I can't.
You've got to click somewhere and it should move.
Have you saved your script?
Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm looking at a version. I'm just
And
going
then
to get my
if
camera to
statement.
give me a top down.
Yeah, that's
Open
probably
bracket.
Yeah.
It's almost like- it looks like just standing in
Physics.
space. For all we know, it could just be like moving.
Yeah.
Dot raycast.
Cost.
Yeah, it should
And
be
then
enough.
open bracket.
Open bracket. Right.
Yeah.
Ray lowercase.
Give this together. Hold on.
Yes.
Half plane.
Comma.
Hold on.
Comma.
Out lowercase.
Out.
And then your hit info variable. So space.
It's not hit info.
Info.
Well, why would it move?
Comma.
That's not a good sign.
Should we go back to your code?
Capital.
See if it's-
When?
Math.
Isn't it like your units selectable?
So lowercase f at the end of it.
F.
That shouldn't be a
Yes.
thing yet.
Oh, there you go. It's moving.
So
Oh,
math.
Did it? There you go.
Oh,
Did you make sure you were clicking on the plane?
Dot. Infinity.
You're zooming in.
So,
If you've done the
Capital
reverse,
Infinity.
you managed to move the camera when you click the object.
Are you
And then
are you in the
comma
scene
at the
view or the
end.
game view?
It's not zoom in.
Oh, I think it's moving towards me.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Was yours moving away from
Come at the
you?
end again.
Well, his was just randomly.
And then
Mine should go wherever I click.
Your ground
So his
mask.
one is doing the opposite. When he clicks the object, because it's moving.
You like clicking.
Where am I meant to put
so-
the code? Am I meant to put it?
The code's meant to be in the
Ground mask.
capsule, like in your unit.
So your ground
You
mask
only get to the
variable
side.
is-
No, I did to the.
And then close. And then close again. And then enter. Open squiggly bracket.
Yeah. Okay. Open up that script.
Enter.
So I've got my agent for ground mask.
Yeah.
I've edited it with that, although I do want to fix that.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Get
So
mask,
go
ground
down.
mask, update. If get mask button down 0, array to input a hit info,
2 seconds. I'm just going to
out
check
to
something.
info, the mask infinity, ground mask.
Just do me a favour. Hit play again. Oh wait, this isn't saved.
Oh,
You've got the asterisk. Yeah. No.
So for that, put a semicolon at the end of it, saying that basically that is the line of code. That's it. And then after those squiggly brackets,
Which ones?
I need to hold on to something.
I think your thing that
Or
that's
first
it.
playing.
Well, you can put in your Unity extension, so that might give you your autofills.
So, oh, you've made the unit ground mask. You haven't made the plane ground mask.
Oh, is the plane meant to be the ground mask?
Yeah, the plane is the ground, so it should be.
So
the
I set
So
that.
after this squiggly.
So I set.
Oh,
unit
don't
is
make
default.
changes while it's playing. Make them while
And,
the pause,
and
because you'll
then-
forget.
Ah,
So you don't.
Agent
Yeah.
so I set my
dot.
That should be default.
Capital
Plane
plane.
should be ground.
You know,
Which
capital
makes sense.
set
Yeah,
destination.
ground.
Yeah.
Destination.
Open bracket.
That would help. That would help.
Hit info.
That's probably why when I was zooming
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
I
It's
was
like, oh, you did.
I'm gonna move into myself.
Lowercase b. And then
Hey!
You did it.
Hey, look at the beam.
yeah, close that
We
thing,
love
and
beam.
then semicolon. Charlie,
Yeah.
you know where you got the if statement for the physics variables?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is there meant to be squiggly brackets for the return to be in?
No.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, but I don't do that again.
Did you definitely put the exclamation?
Yeah, that's there and everything. It's just that because I was expecting there to be the condition.
No, you can
Actually,
shortcut it. If you don't put the braces, then it just does the next one.
Which needs?
What?
the one where it's got the return.
Oh, this
Yes.
Bean says hello.
It'll still do that next, but it's just you don't.
So maybe adjust the camera angle if you can,
then
so that it's a
you
bit
want
more
to
skyey,
say
bit further up
Yeah.
for the next part.
And then
Oh,
go
you
back into the game.
document to say.
You can continue.
Yeah, I suppose.
Give it about half an hour to recompile.
Well, I can write some stuff on the board. or-
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry,
So,
I don't want to interrupt.
no,
you.
it's fine. It's good. It's good. I just want to make sure everyone on the Score computer is listening. So,
Probably yes.
the things that units can do in RTS is they can move, right? So we've got that part down. We're good. Okay. But it's no good just having that one guy move when we click, right? So we're going to need to do next. We're going to need selection. Yeah. So we're going to make a manager that is going to handle what units are selected. Okay. So you're going to need to make
Do you want to look at it? Do you want it vertical or do you want it
a new object.
I had it for a second.
Make an empty object. Call it selection manager or controller or whatever you want to call
You
it.
can take this
And then add a new script.
and move it out of the way as well, so you
But
can
I
see
call
both of them at the same time.
Selection controller. Yeah.
It'll work for the purposes. It's your view angle, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going up and down. So if you into where it should be, so if you press start,
What's the easiest part?
compartment. Something, Charlie. Saying that physics
Maybe.
doesn't have a definition for raycast. It's got exclamation.
Is it uppercase physics? Dot uppercase raycast?
Yeah.
Is it Ray?
Oh,
just the
you've got it
capital?
Raycast with a capital C.
Ah,
There we go. Save it.
it's very cast. Right. Okay.
Fussy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is rather. Well, normally it has a nice thing to tell you when you're doing stuff wrong. So, okay. So yeah, you need to make a new empty game object. It doesn't have to have a mesh or anything. You just go create empty, call it selection manager or controller, and then add a new script to it, which we're going to call selection controller. Did you get your bean moving or box moving?
Click around.
No.
No, not yet.
Have you set the ground as ground mask and have you saved your script?
Yeah. Stop for a second.
And did you bake the plane?
Go to, yeah, plane's baked.
So what does baking the plane do?
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
you're making a pre-baked map of where everything is allowed to walk.
Scroll down.
So it's like a list of points.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's just a random shape. But basically you've made like a layer of existence that it knows where agents can walk and then it binds it to that.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So you make that new object selection controller.
It says that the active input has been changed in the settings.
Oh, you got to do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
This is why I go for having old stuff.
settings.
Right.
Or file.
So make a new thing called selection controller.
They do.
And then don't think I need. Is this all good? This is all good. Yeah.
Collection sounds generic.
Yes.
That's your.
You want that?
Your one adds those in by default. Mine's not.
I don't know. When you make a new script, because Unity should be doing that, not your IDE.
Yeah, Unity won't do it.
No, it's not private.
Okay. I'll just separate this.
Private is agent.
So this is going to be a list of all the agents you've selected, and it'll be the name of the previous script you made. So I called mine agent controller. Yeah. Indent properly. Indent properly. Okay.
In C Sharp,
Oh, no, anyway.
so in Java, when you're setting the type, you don't have to put in the actual generic value. So like the agent controller, you have to do that in C Sharp.
Yeah, you have to tell it what's a list of.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you're making a thing that is explicitly.
Because Java's the one that used more recently. If you define it there, it infers it there. Does C# go, I don't care if you put it there, I'm not going to infer it?
Try it, but I don't think so. Maybe. It looks nice.
I think you still got to put
It might do, but then things referencing it might not know what it is exactly. And I can't tell because I don't think I have IntelliSense either, so I'm going to leave it the way I know it works. Right.
Yeah, well, I've got fuck all.
So you're going to need the code that you had before for getting a ground mask. So if you just pop that into start, put that in there. And then you're going to need a second one called. Oh, can I not duplicate lines in this? Oh, that sucks. Okay. A second one called unit mask. Why is it? Why is it? Oh, I made them private in this one, not the other one. Oh, yeah. The name isn't the same. That's fine. This one has an underscore. And it's not telling me to do it on the other one. Yeah. Do it look like that. Yeah.
How do you get rid of the input system package?
So you go to player settings and just go.
I'm at the project settings right now. I can see it. That's just like.
So you need
how
to
do
get
I
to
stop you.
You need to get to the player settings. That. And then you'll go down.
Get rid of the dots.
I've never had to do this before. Just
There should be a thing that says which one is set to.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Sweet.
Order it. There you go.
Oh.
That should work.
So you got the agent mark.
Right.
C, RTS.
Did you?
Yeah, you put the gap effect in the mask.
Yes.
Add that on.
You want to make it. Yep. That's absolutely correct. Because we only want to be selecting things that are units, and that's important for this one because we're going to be grabbing a list of colliders.
So the higher the layer number, does that mean it's got higher priority? Isn't it going to be visible above?
I think so. Yeah, I think so because UI is like right at the top, so that would make sense. So we're going to do a cool thing. We're going to draw a box. Everyone loves boxes.
White boxes.
Yeah. Right. So did you get the game moving?
It's loading.
It's loading.
Still
Okay.
file again.
Right. So what we're going to do here, right, is we're going to, when we put the mouse down, we are going to shoot a ray towards where the mouse first went down specifically. So it's the one frame where you put it down, and it'll go to that point. And we're going to save that in a vector 3 called starting coordinate. A vector 3 is just a series of 3 numbers. So X, Y, Z, right? And then what we're going to do is when we lift the mouse up, we're going to save the position to where we lifted it up. And then you're going to have a box. It's going to select everything inside that box. It's going to be cool.
We just copy all of that ray information.
Yep. I'll put the first 2 bits here so as to not be overwhelming. You also want to go back and change agent controller to move on mouse 1 instead of 2, so it doesn't do everything on the same thing. If you want to right click to move and left click to select things.
Yeah.
Is it working?
Still loading.
No. Okay. That's good. Would it be working fast if it was plugged in? Sometimes power saving settings prefer you to be plugged in.
And it's going to be all of those used to be power though.
Oh, the electricity. There are many. Yeah, there's at least one.
There's one at the end of that.
Many.
I used to have 1 hour dedicated lab time after each lecture.
Yeah.
About 25 minutes of the lab time was always taken up by just loading.
Yeah.
Sorry? Yeah, your knees.
I'm on my knee. Doesn't do what I'm sure.
It's the opposite of a standing desk. It's the kneeling desk.
He's like got the right posture for sitting in a chair, but it's just like
Yeah.
It's good
Okay.
to have like. Are the. I'll get mouse button
Yeah.
down and get mouse button.
Put-
Okay.
Here we go. That should be on hold manager. We don't like that. Oh.
Cool. Yeah. So the point of this code is that when your mouse goes down, we save the position your mouse is at. Is it good?
Yeah, he spins.
Nice.
Because you can see it when it's a
Yeah.
cube instead of a capsule, so
Yeah,
you can
yes.
see.
Yeah. I put a nose on mine so I could see which way it was going before. Right. So you're going to need to make a new object called selection controller, and then make a new script attached to that called selection controller. Right. Yeah. So what this does is mouse button down tells you when you like where it was clicked, but mouse button on its own just says if it is still down. It doesn't know when it actually happened. Right.
Yeah.
And what we're doing is we're recording every frame. We're recording the current coordinate the mouse is at as the ending coordinate. So you make a box. That'd be cool. And then finally,
Quick question.
Complicated
Is
stuff.
this all going to be also on the or accessible on the disc?
yeah. Yeah, I'll link this though.
Called selection controller.
Like nice code formatting thing. Why doesn't it have nice code formatting things? Oh.
Where did you put it?
You go?
Oh, it's a big.
Yeah, no, you.
Yeah.
Cause I think you were putting it as well onto the
In between it, yeah.
into the space. So what?
The one there? Lerping. Yes, lerping is fun. So the last thing checks when we lift the mouse button up, and that's when we do the important things. So you might see I've used this keyword var. That's like temporary variables that lasts for like as long as until you forget it, but it's not saved up the top like the other things. So yeah, we've got mouse button down, mouse button being held down, and mouse button up. So a mouse button up, we are going to calculate the middle of the 2 points by getting the starting point, the ending point, and then lerping to it by 0.5, which is linear interpolation. It just grabs the center point between these 2 points. the point of that is that when we use Unity, what's it called? Overlap box, we have to know where the center is. So the idea is we're going to So the point is we're going to grab the center, right? We are going to find the difference between the center and the edge, because it's going to be a rectangle. We're going to make sure that that difference is positive by using this fancy math stuff. And then we're going to draw a box from the center outwards like this. And it's only going to take into account the units. I wrote a thing that doesn't exist yet to clear the list of units. Then we're going to go through the list of units that we've collided with. We are going to tell them all that they're selected. Then we're going to add them to our list of people that we have selected. And then I did a fancy camera thing here you don't need to know about yet.
What is a quaternion?
We don't really need to... It's a 4-dimensional rotation thing that I don't understand.
So the clear selection mean that whenever you draw a new box, it will automatically clear memory?
It was just a thing that I wrote that I haven't put in yet. So it's sorry, I'll come back to it in a second.
You will have it.
Oh, when your shortcuts, when your keyboard shortcuts are different between
something.
Well, in VS Code, Control / use comment out from the line or selection.
Oh, is it?
In Visual Studio, it is not that.
Oh.
It's just
Yeah, sorry.
It's mildly distracting.
Okay, so you need a list of agent controllers, which is the script you already made. You need a list of those.
Yeah, private.
So this list can contain objects that have that attached to it.
The list.
Okay.
List. Dot. And then you're going to be recording agent controller. So exactly as it's spelled there.
Why did you do dot?
Is that a dot there?
No, it's points bracket. So when you're saying it's a thing of something, so like a list of things, you put them in the thing in the points bracket.
Points bracket.
Pointy bracket.
Then space. Underscore selected units.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on the variable name for the list. Equals.
See my code. Right.
New.
Have you got that code in yet? Okay, so
Yes.
Oh.
Recall that, so press tab. And then open close brackets. And then semicolon.
Then you're going to need a private int ground mask and a private int unit mask.
Open, close.
Open close and then the semicolon.
Yeah.
Yep. And then private integer again.
Private int.
Yeah.
And then underscore ground mask. Space after public. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're telling it that it's private or public, then you're telling it what it is, so it's an int, and then you're telling it it's an int.
And then give it a 0. Or equal 0.
Yeah. Good.
Semicolon. And then private int again.
Oh, you get them.
Unit mask.
Equal 0. I mean, no.
How you feel?
Again, it's like honestly, it's my first time having that so it's like, and also not being able to type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole point was meant to be hands-on, so
No, it's like I think it's still watching how you go from where kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's picking up like this bit. I said to Russ, this is a bit. I'll be like, yeah, I need a bit more practice with that.
That's good. Well, I'm doing the online one tomorrow night, so I could come on that.
So I've got we've got the old way.
Oh, have you? Oh, check.
I'm running depth.
How dare you?
So that's where it's going to figure the first place.
We're just living these days.
That's
sorry, Charlie.
We'll bring a laptop next time.
Although every other Wednesday, this one just started.
Yeah.
That means that you're actually free that Wednesday.
That was the point.
Yay! Yeah, just go
Actually,
Charlie plans all for you. Yeah, but yeah, the same Wednesday that he's playing D&D, I'm running a game as well.
Same thing, but
that makes sense. I'll go down with that. Cool.
We do a lot, don't we? Yeah.
And then one more variable.
And we still do time for this.
This is going to be a boolean. So
It's been a long time.
Because true or false?
BOOL.
Any coding that doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm literally an absolute baby when it comes to coding. But I was just like, you know, I'm interested. I'll see if there's anything I can
What
provide.
place to come in with C sharp?
Yeah, I think it's pretty. Like
C
as far as they
sharp.
go, it's pretty
Yeah, I
good.
remember when I tried to learn C sharp when I started college. I was like 16. I was like, I'm really struggling to understand this. And I went, so what? I'm gonna try and learn how to make an app. So I switched to learning Java from my phone and from my tablet. And then I came back to trying to go back to C sharp and I went, oh, I understand this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Java.
It's
I
up to
think
you if you want to
we got
reformat
the
it or
concept
something.
of
Basically,
interfaces.
these are
And I
all
was
going to be
like,
variables, and then after
what
your
the fuck
variables,
is using
you're going to want a
interface?
void.
It does actually make sense.
Interfaces are very
It's
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
so that I really like.
Where are you up to?
Start.
Okay, I'll scroll down a little bit.
So
See more quickly.
void space.
Um,
So that I really like about C sharp is that when you create like your publicly accessible things that you
And
like
then
custom
inside of the
getters and
bracket.
setters
Yeah,
within the
Squiggles.
declaration, I'm just like,
So you got to start school.
lovely.
I've done
Yeah,
those.
you
There's
said-
some in here. You'll get to them eventually.
I
You're like,
was
"Ooh."
like, has he
No,
done the
enter.
thing? Has he done the thing?
I have done things.
Yes, he has.
There you go.
Eventually.
So that's now going to be your. Yeah. So if open bracket.
It's been too long since.
So
I've
the
been
ray
C#
casting code is the same as the code you've got already, but on a different layer for mostly. So you can just copy and paste that part from like the previous code.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So where is your previous code?
It should be on the other one. Yeah. So you should cast array when you are clicking cast array while it's down, and then you don't need to cast any arrays here.
Yeah. All of that if.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, right? So all of that if statement.
Yeah.
With the.
This should be pretty much exactly the same, but you're saying set starting coordinate
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
info. Yeah. And you need to be yeah, still to ground mask. Yeah. Cool.
But you're going to change that last.
Yeah.
Sign in with a unique credential.
That last bit. So take off that whole bit.
Yeah. So clear selection, what it does is it goes through units, makes them always selected false, and then clears the collection specifically because it needs to iterate through it. And for some reason, so I've been told, doing a for loop instead of a for each loop is just slightly more performant, which is important when you have like 50 different things.
I guess, yeah, because it's just a direct lookup rather than keeping the.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a tenth of a hundredth of a second faster, but if
Yeah,
you have like a
it's-
billion objects,
It's barely worthwhile in something like this when an actual
Get
game.
info, sorry.
yeah.
Dot. Point. Lowercase.
Are you on ending coordinator or starting coordinator?
Still starting. It's the same. It's the same between the two, isn't it?
Yeah, but you don't have this add new vector part to it. That's a little adjustment thing on the second one.
So we've got starting code equals hit
Would it
point.
for the people using laptops, would it not be might be quite useful if we put the table over here? So then maybe these guys are close and can see what's written here as well, and then
That might very well be.
and then also you have a platform for Hasty Blood to just sort of type on the table. But if you just more think about those guys over there, it's just like trying to read and please doing that.
My issue is that I'm the one who's reading.
Yeah, yeah. So I was thinking maybe if we bring Dean closer with the table, so he can actually have a better view of what's going on, and he could just probably just copy what he's trying to type. So Clee trying to read out to him.
Yeah, everyone do that. I mean,
Just a thought.
if you don't mind moving the tables,
That's fine. For the start code, it's just start code equals hit info dot point.
yeah.
Nothing else. So
Yeah,
no
it's the
new
same.
vector.
So it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's that bit, and then you're going to want to do the same thing. I want to do plus vector 3. That's got
yeah,
If you leave this table, just move that one.
this one behind.
probably.
Oh, just use that one instead.
Yeah.
Alright.
You go where you're comfortable, right? Right.
That in between, that's all.
Drop a else.
Because I'm more than funny for that.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you're already looking at the code.
You got quite a good view of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here where I'm hearing clean up reading it bit by bit, and I'm thinking that sounds exhausting.
Yeah, I used to do that quite a bit. We had a group project in uni where we had to do pair programming. Where one of these programming ones will say, "Hey, maybe you should do this." If you're paired up with someone that doesn't really know how to code, you're basically telling them what to type, and it's painful.
But yeah, that's the thing. It's trying to explain it at the same time as while you're doing it.
But I think it's more, especially especially when you're doing it to someone that should know how to code and they don't. You're like, no.
I know how to code normally in C#. I've never done any game development.
I'm alright on it here.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
Roughly what's going on.
So you can see the code. You're right.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, that's good. Cool. Okay. So the important one is the first one is get mouse button down. The second one is get mouse button. And the third one is get mouse button up. Yeah. Cool. So you can see everything. Yeah. So the clear selection is a for loop through the entire selected units. Set them all to is selected equals false. Yeah. We also need to actually make agent controller have a concept of is selected equals false. Yeah. Okay. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The second one's basically a copy and paste of the first one. So.
What's your clear selection? Have you
Um,
actually written a...
Yeah. Stand up on.
Oh yeah, it's because you can't just remove it. You've got to make it unselected.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you just clear it, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So just for sake of things, so I don't have to switch while Dean's looking at it. So go back to agent controller, make a new ball called is selected, set it to false by default.
A new what, sorry?
A new ball, BOOL, in agent controller. If you're both doing it, I could switch. But yeah.
Is that as a variable or is that?
Yeah, up the top. So we're gonna go.
That was a variable.
Yeah, we go make it public.
Public.
Yeah. We're gonna make it to false. And then where we've got the input get mouse button, you change it to 1, and then you do double ampersands, and then you do is selected. And if it is selected, it will do this stuff. And if it's not selected, it won't do this stuff.
Okay.
It's that simple. You got that down?
Yep, got false down.
And you got the bit in the input change.
Oh.
So change it to 1. On line 23 for me. So this part.
Just
Yeah.
after the update starts.
Right.
So get the get mouse button down part. Change the 0 to 1 if you've still got 0. And then you go put after it and, so double ampersands and is selected. So the double and sign. Selected. So if selected is true, then it will do that. So you go back here. You need to make a new private void called clear selection. And it will do this for loop thing here. Is this large enough for you guys? Because I could zoom in properly. I could figure out how to zoom in.
I think it's control and plus on the keyboard.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
It is. Yes. There you go. That might be big and readable. There you go. I don't give like presentations on.
I might have to leave early and I might just
That's right.
with the key.
Anyway, I'll put all the code up anyway if you want to play around with it.
I'll make my mouse back.
Oh yeah, it's all right. I don't need it. I probably do. It's fine. Oh yeah, please.
Is
It's
that
good.
iron or one?
That var is
I.
for like iteration.
Yeah, I don't know if it was iteration or index or.
I think it is index actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can use any of that. Like if you're doing like a 3-dimensional array, you need to do like one for each thing. Yeah. Bye. Yeah. I could do that. Yeah. I normally end up doing I and J. Yeah. What's the next letter? Yeah. Yeah. So what this does is it goes through this. So it makes a new variable called I, and it starts out on 0. Hopefully, thank you.
Cool. If not, I'll go and grab the wide one.
It works. Cool. Thank you. So it makes a new variable called I, and then for I equals 0, I is less than selected units dot count. And you gotta have a semicolon between you. And I++ at the end.
Yeah, there's a high press there though.
No, it's an open.
Yeah. Go open it underneath. To do the thing.
Also, your private ones have a lowercase p.
So basically, what this does is it makes a new variable called I on 0. As long as I is less than selected units.count, which is the amount of units in selected units, it will keep doing this loop. And then every time you go through the loop, it makes I one more, right? So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then eventually, when it is no longer less than selected units.count, it will stop doing the loop. Which is good. And then when that is done, it's going to delete the whole thing.
What's silly match first?
As absolute. So what it does is whatever the number in there is, it makes it positive.
Click there.
Oh, okay.
One down.
I think I always have to
New line.
multiply it, but
And then close
something.
Yeah, I was figuring out how to do that, and it's like you can just do that, which is easy.
That yellow one.
There's some maths going on here.
Make your beam move.
Yeah, we got that.
The one with Dean.
Oh
That
yeah.
one.
Beam with
I was like, what?
The Dean beam.
Yeah, no, it's a
I didn't
cube.
want to ask these. He's busy coding.
It's a cube and it spins.
Whoa.
And now you've got a good.
Move up the world.
I was like, what?
What you've got here is, I'm pretty sure you're online. You've got this definition of class. And that's okay. It has its own set of brackets.
You add some more
And
code where you
everything
guys
else will be inside of that to be contained within that object.
Yeah.
Definition. Class definition.
My problem when I was making it before, I couldn't get them to move. Just like that. I couldn't get buildings to build. Like,
I've done that. We can do
that,
that.
that was the hard bit.
I can show you that.
I could do the thing
After
where
it's coded, you go back to your screen. It's like an army built by accident.
I could do the bit where it
Especially when he's got the code on
Drake
Drake
gives for it,
Yeah.
saying like it's placeable, it's not placeable.
Yeah.
And then it would suddenly be like God rays, and you just see 10 million copies of that green.
Oh, you don't. You're probably doing it every frame instead of just doing it
Yeah,
once.
so-
Yeah. Right. So when you've got that, you need to add a new thing called onDraw gizmos, which is a Unity method. And basically, all those like lovely like debug UI things, it shows up in there. So it's basically a shortcut. Like this wouldn't work in the final game, but it works for our purposes. Of it's going to draw a nice square wherever it's selected. And it's really stupid because the way they draw the cube here is different to how they make the cube up here. And this is much worse. And I'd prefer it if it were like this, but it doesn't. And that makes me sad. Yeah. Did you finish the selection? No. Oh, okay. Sorry. There you go. Yeah. Because it'll draw the cube, the distance between those two places. Well, it's not actually the distance; it's a vector difference between them because it's a different thing to get the distance.
So you've got the colliders thing, .game object, .get component is selected.
Yep.
What is that exactly doing?
So we made a Boolean inside agent controller called isSelected.
Yeah.
So this goes inside colliders. It gets that index of collider.
Yeah.
It gets its game object. And once we get its game object, we can find any components in it.
Yeah.
And we can get the agent controller. And then we can set it to true. So the important thing is get component is a really like resource intensive method.
Okay.
You do not want to grab this every single update frame. Your computer will crash. So you need to make sure you're doing this sparingly.
Yeah.
Like you can't just go, every update frame I'm going to get component on my legs and then make them move. Because it'll crash. So you do it once and you save it,
So
hopefully.
you want to save it and then just check if you need to remove it.
Yeah, basically. Like, so this will only update that when you do a selection.
Selected units stock there.
Okay, cool. You've done that. Right. So up here, you call that method. You write clear selection, and then you do another for loop. Yeah. So that's the method you just wrote, clear selection.
Yeah.
So you just call it.
Don't forget that semicolon.
Yeah.
Oh no, there wasn't semicolon.
Oh, there is here.
Not on that one.
Yeah.
On the other one. I'm looking.
Oh no, yeah.
At the end of every line, yes, it's spilling onto a new one. You end it in a semicolon.
Where were we just a moment ago?
So down here is clear selection that you just wrote. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I've just done.
Yeah, you've just done
Oh,
this.
there it is. Yeah, right.
So you need to
Oh,
call
wait,
it.
you went up and I was like,
Yeah. So you need to call it. So you write it up here, right? So you've called clear selection. If you write that, and then we do a new for loop where we go through colliders.
You see what sometimes it's void.
And
Other
do this.
times, she's only showing void here. Yeah. So void just means that function isn't expected to return anything, and if it does,
It will complain. You can't. Yeah, don't return anything.
It's been a while since I've used a very strongly typed language, like the better part of 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Because Python, JavaScript, and PHP usually don't really care.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Although modern PHP is moving towards being more strongly typed. It's more like strong typed and things.
That's fair.
Yeah, but if you would return a value, you would put the type of that. For example, you could here exactly. But say you've, in fact, say you was here and you wanted to be able to get is selected, you would have a public, so that's to say that anything outside of this can ask a particular object.
Okay.
It can use that. The private sort of says only within this class can you actually call it.
Are you crossing out? Or are you doing everything now?
This is just something to show you. Just well, but not doing anything. So yes, that says that anything outside of this class can call this method. Right, it's just a function. And then bool says what is expected to return.
Did you do all this stuff above, like the clear delta and all that?
Stuff above.
Yeah, like center, delta, absolute
I don't know. That's sorry, I thought you said do the clear selection.
Oh no, it's fine. So where are you inside update?
I've just done set the units add colliders I in draw equals pulse.
When you say
Okay, and that's in get mouse button up.
says, I don't know, is selected equals.
So we need get mouse button down.
I could actually
Where we cast
do
the ray?
some logic inside of this.
We need get mouse button where we cast another ray, and then we get mouse button up where we do the collider.
I'll get the last one down.
Okay. So copy and paste get mouse button down, but change mouse button down to mouse button.
Well, you don't want to be modifying it, so then you just don't use the value.
That's okay.
In any other case, you might
So
do
the
it.
ending chord plus new vector start.
This is the part of this language that I like.
Yeah. So
Because most languages.
get mouse button down should just be starting chord equals hit point, hit info dot point, and ending coordinate should be equal to hit info dot point plus this new vector here to make it the right height.
If you want private.
They're both called get mouse button down.
One should be called get mouse button down, and the second one should be called get mouse button.
Got it, okay.
And then get mouse button assigns to ending coordinate, and get mouse button down assigns to starting coordinate.
So get mouse button down. Does that just capture the it went down event?
Yeah, on
Or
this
is it
frame. Yeah.
This frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
And get mouse button down just says it is down. And then get mouse button up says it went up this frame.
Yeah.
So was clear selection supposed to be getting that?
Clear selection is meant to be in get mouse button up, which is the next one. And this should all be inside update.
So when you go through your clear selection, are you doing a clear selection for each action that you're typing in here, but then does it like disappear to get to the next one and move over?
So what clear selection does is it goes down to that method I wrote. So it's going to go through the entire collection of agents we have, and for each agent, it's going to set selected to false, and then it's just going to delete the collection, so it's not remembering any of them anymore. But before it does that,
So that's
unselects
the
them.
way to stop what it's doing. So
Yeah, it will go through them all and tell them they're not selected, and then in their code, they only perform when they're selected.
The idea is just sort of just reset your state.
Yeah, doing yours.
I haven't even done get the mouse button out.
Oh, okay, that's the third one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
several steps.
Okay, that's fine.
You've done that already.
So you've done down and
So
you've done.
I've got private void clear selection.
Yeah, so here.
Okay, yeah, that's
when
that.
mouse goes
Yeah,
down,
that's fine.
So before that,
Okay, so inside update,
then draws the ray.
that's where these mouse button things live.
I don't have update.
And
I
then
only have
if
void
the mouse
start.
button just
Okay,
yeah,
just make a void
then
update.
it
That's
does
fine.
that again, and that determines where the end.
Need one of those, and then input mouse button
Then
down,
every single frame
and mouse button should be
mouse
inside
still
it.
down,
That's where they
it's
should be.
drawing, therefore it's
You go to the
updated
top
with
of
that
that,
new
sorry.
Yeah,
void.
sure. So you've got there's your class,
Um,
there's start, there's update.
does some math at the time.
Class selection controller.
What agents have been selected? It's now determined what are selected. It removes everything from the selection.
Hopefully, if you get it working with like the auto-filled
So
stuff, like
yeah,
it'll
it's
tell you when
not
it's wrong.
really
Oh, okay, cool. Does it tell you when something's incorrect?
It says it's correct.
Okay.
Like,
So you just need void update.
I think
Yeah.
like
That's
I have to go void start and then everything's under void start.
Okay, so after void start, you need void update. So after the curly bracket, like after the brace, right, is closed, then you do void update. Okay.
So you might want to do just to give yourself a little bit more working space. Just click that X.
Yeah, it has a load of stuff it doesn't need.
Yeah, because it opens chat. Close that X as well, and then you've got a lot more space.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so that is actually your update method. So just rename that one as update. And your start just has those very initial setup.
Bits. Yeah, those are just setup bits.
Yeah, you also capitalize that update. Yeah.
Did you do the draw on gizmos bit? You did that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you go back into make sure your scripts are saved.
Yeah.
If you go back into Unity, and then in the top right there's a bit that says gizmos.
So,
Should be in the top right of the play bit. If you hit play and make the game play.
Oh yeah, currently it's moaning that there isn't a
What?
vector something. I think I just missed a 3 on vector 3 got there.
Oh, probably.
I'm missing a math 55.
What? What?
Is it math L?
Math F, I think. Wait,
Math
L.
F.
What do you want math L for?
No, is it math F? Because I'd written math.
I think it's just math. Yeah, math.abs.
It was moaning that there was no math.
No math.
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't imported the library.
people coming to the cinema this Friday. Let's go.
If I just look at it. Oh, it's not up there. Yeah.
Like,
There should just be math.abs.
like anime, really. It's like,
Where have we got to use? Where have we got to include that from?
I didn't have an inclusion thing at the top, so I think it's just meant to be in there. The system, systems generic, Unity, Unity engine.
Where's it? Oh, have you also got using system?
Yeah, system collections, system collections,
Yeah,
generic
yeah.
Unity engine.
Thinking about TV.
You think good? So you put. Okay, cool. Right. Here's math spun up. It's complicated. Math.abs with a capital I.
Not like it.
I don't think I.
Fantastic.
They've not changed over the years or anything at all. They're still the same rooms.
Yeah, you don't like it.
Well, you're saying it doesn't know the import.
Yeah, it's giving me an error. The name math does not exist in the current context. And it's at that.
And you've definitely done it in the right place. And everything.
Yeah, I've heard it's a bit of a mixed bag.
You can't just like force it to compile, like go back into Unity. It just doesn't know what
my
math
line
is.
is delta bar delta absolute equals new vector 3 with math.ads.
Yeah, and then open brackets.
Production or publishers
Is that
to
verb or
two.
yeah, 100%.
Pardon?
But
Lerp.
I think a lot of people
LERP,
say,
lerp.
it's really just for the sake of
Yeah,
money.
my code's the same.
That's weird.
Yeah. See if
Maybe it's a package. I don't know. Google Unity can't find math.
yeah.
It cannot find the math. You definitely need math to make this work. That is a prerequisite.
Use system.
Is that working?
I'm just going to try it. It is from the system library. But it should like it regardless.
Should really.
Name underscore agent mask doesn't exist in the context. Are you sure? That's why. It's because I have no agent mask. I have unit mask.
Yeah, you do need both. Oh yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I need to make that. I haven't made one.
It's more that I called it the wrong thing, and it's definitely in its
Doesn't work.
configuration.
Did you get it?
I do that.
Okay.
I want delta absolute.
Okay. Absolute. Yeah. So what delta absolute does is it gets so delta is a vector that is the difference between center and ending coordinate. So the middle of your square and the top corner, or the last corner underneath your mouse. Then what it's doing is it's getting the difference between that x coordinate and the x coordinate of the ending one, and then making it positive. And then it's also then it's always doing exactly 2 up into the air, and then it's doing the distance between the z coordinates on those and making them positive. So that way, when it projects the square outwards, it knows to do it that much out to left and right, which should, in theory, match the shape of your cube. And then it does a thing called physics overlap box, where it draws a box in the physics engine and then detects all of the colliders that are inside that. So objects that have colliders will be picked up by this. So normally when you make a new object like a box, it has a collider attached to it.
So there should be a unit mask and an agent mask.
I think no, you should only need 2. You can call it what you want, but you need one for your people and one for your place. Yeah. I called mine unit mask.
I think that's why. I think I called mine agent mask.
You can choose your own names. I believe in you. Yeah.
Although unit does mask, mask does make more sense.
Yes. You good? Yeah. Cool. So you've written all the code.
It's not.
You got working, hold on.
Yeah, maybe. Probably should work. Make sure you've made that mask and everything, and you've saved both of your scripts.
Yeah. Gizmos.
Yeah. Make sure the one for your script is on. Just turn one in general. You see anything? So when you go to the gizmos drop down, is your script, which would be called selection controllers, checked.
Where should be, sorry?
So you go to the top where it says gizmos and there's a drop down.
I can't remember what I called it. Agent controller.
It should be the selection controller for.
That's the one.
Yeah.
There is it.
You don't stop at our first order unless it's down in the building section.
It should be in the bit where it says like scripts. Yeah. Not there? Have you definitely saved it with on draw gizmos in there, like as called that?
What's the thing? Oh, that's why it says that.
What gizmos?
Yeah, well, no, I wrote gizmos.
Gizmos.
Rather than
Don't do that.
gizmos.
No.
Gizmo.
Yeah.
Gizmos, man.
Sit down, Gizmo.
We do love no IntelliSense.
Yeah, it's
It
something.
makes us actually think.
I don't like that.
No,
I'm not here to think.
Right. Is yours not got IntelliSense on?
Mine don't either.
Mine just, it's got very limited IntelliSense.
The square.
I just haven't installed the
Yeah,
plugin.
I'm drawing my giz. Well, that seems.
I just haven't used the updated
seems
Visual Studio or the updated Unity yet, so.
Oh.
the maths.
Back when Unity 5, it was fine. It's not
Right, what you see from your game,
Yeah.
if just what it's supposed to look like.
Because mine was
Sure.
strange.
His
One
looks.
sec.
He's not sure about his.
I just don't want to minimize it while Dean's writing the
Yeah.
code.
It's because I'm starting it here. So I'm starting it here.
Yeah.
But the actual boxes start
Ugh.
like, I don't know, a bit out, but it isn't the exact same scale.
I know it was a little messed up when I did it.
Yeah, it could be
But yeah, I don't.
Well, your hard drive's a little bit full.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? No.
It's looking a bit red.
Got that?
I wasn't recording. Oh, I hope not. No, I wasn't. Okay, cool. Ah. I don't know what's taking up all that space. Something might be writing.
Maybe it's a paint file.
Yeah, that one paint file might be doing it. I don't know why I'm still using that. Something up. I don't know.
I suppose it could be
Right.
where I'm viewing it from.
So when you go game and you go to gizmos up there, you should have one somewhere in here, but I haven't done mine yet. I need to make a new layer. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, compiler errors must be fixed. What compiler? Oh, this would be really good to know if IntelliSense is working. That'd be really cool. Just go tell me what the compiler error is. Name agent mask does not exist. What doesn't? Did I not make it? Oh, I called it unit mask. Silly me. That was because I was writing it freehand. Maths does not exist. I've got the same thing.
Your layer is also still called unit mask.
Yeah. Oh, did I?
Yeah, and there's some things that are called unit mask in your
Wait. Hold on. Which one? Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Where?
Line
you'll get
60.
yeah.
End of line 60.
Really weird. How many masks did I have previously?
There should only be 4 instances. of
Maybe I
unit
called
slash
that.
ground mask
Okay.
or unit mask.
Pretty weird. Did I not name it right in the code? Okay. But why couldn't it find math F? Did you have the same thing? Did you just fix it?
By math, but using system at the top made it works.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, math F is brought in from unit engine, I think.
That's what I thought.
I think using math F might work.
I don't know where the library comes from. Oh yeah, I need to give it that layer.
What's that?
Yeah, just
isn't it? There. Yeah, so you need to semicolon there.
I did.
Right, if you get rid of that, those tracking as well. Yeah.
Hello.
And then put it below the other one.
Let's try. Yeah, so it should draw a square like this.
There should be an object dot free. It should say 0.5
Yes.
there.
Oh yeah, it was 0, wasn't it?
You might have put There's no word object there.
Oh, I must have hit tab.
Yeah.
I
And
want that one on.
I can't remember how, but I think when I did it, so it was a UI element.
Oh yeah, I just couldn't be bothered to find out to do it, so I just did
that
it.
looks nicer though.
Yeah, but I
You
don't.
can actually see what's going into it.
I'd like if it was drawing an actual cube instead. So I'll do that in the future. But this was just a thing I found out to do. It's not moving.
just a quick
I'm
scroll.
sure it wasn't
Scroll
three
for
D.
your code.
Pardon?
Basically, it was only 2 then. Would that be why you...
Oh, no, yours is pretty good.
No, it's free.
Also,
I couldn't see
didn't
it.
you
No, it
change
was only
the
showing
button for
2D
movement
actually.
to button 1?
Oh, I did. You're right. Thank you.
Just-
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
It's very slow.
I don't think so.
That might be my frame rate.
Increase speed.
Speed.
Yeah, mine's only a 2D.
Could that be... Could it be going through the ground? You're not
It's like
putting
turning it around.
Did you add the +2 thing that I put on there?
Charlie, you can stop your code for a second.
I sure can. Let's stop running this so that my hard drive doesn't.
Which
This is-
Oh.
okay. So
I've got from math.app, so I've got delta x minus ending chord.
in your ending coordinate,
Yeah.
did you put info dot point plus vector 3 with the 2 in the y? Okay.
Oh wait, it's because
Did you not put the 2 in the middle of the abs?
Yeah,
No, I have,
because
but
where
there's
I've been copying it word for word on his.
Go to the top as well.
Yeah, they're starting from up there. It is.
Oh, yeah. Make sure everything's called agent mask. I called mine unit mask at some point and it messed it up. What did I call it?
So your agent, you've got a bunch of things which are unit masks. So scroll down a bit.
What did I call it?
For example, there.
Yep.
One with a quaternion.
Yeah, I called it unit mask.
It's a quaternion.
Oh no. Don't know where I changed it to agent mask.
That needs to be changed to your whatever you called up on the top. Underscore agent mask. That's the name of your variable, but you've still got it as unit mask in it.
Yeah, I think I called it unit mask in my code and then started calling it agent mask at the top when I rewrote
Copy
it.
that variable name and you should be fine. I don't think you have any more.
Should only be referenced in like 2 places.
You've got these two. At the very, very top. Thing. There. Oh, where's the rest of it?
What do you mean?
Yours is taken from system and all that stuff at the top, isn't it?
Yeah, you want these.
Yeah, his is missing that for some reason.
Okay,
So
put
might
that
be-
in and it'll make it work.
Yeah, that might be why there's a bunch of stuff not showing up with like with the internet.
Yeah, the system dot collections and the system dot collections generic are probably what's doing it.
And mono behavior.
Oh, is he not?
Oh yeah, you need to extend the class from one minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got using
System dot
Unity.
collections dot generic.
Yeah,
Also
one
needs
more like that.
system dot collections dot generic.
Oh, sorry. That's what done.
I think the issue could potentially be on the onboard gizmo.
Did you?
I've got center, comma, starting starting chord minus ending
And
chord.
then over here,
Yeah.
you've already got the Unity
Sounds
system
about right.
there.
Yeah.
And I've got
But
vector
over here,
3
we've
dot
got the
the
class,
starting chord, ending chord,
we want
point
a
5
colon,
Yep.
colon, and then mono behavior.
Just check when you run what you see in that menu, I guess. Because I can see my script.
So now if you save it, it should
You know, I can see it in the gizmo. It's drawing my gizmo.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just so mine's drawing it. It's just like a 2D square.
Why is it
Yours is drawing it through the box.
It's not very down.
No, it's it says using directive is unnecessary. It's being an evil bastard, Charlie.
Did you check just Hastings' one? Did you check 3D icons? Maybe I don't know. If that...
Not even that. Just
no,
putting
just
in
like
the-
Hastings' one.
Putting in the using clauses at the top for which libraries it's taking from.
Yeah.
It's greying them out and saying, yeah, you don't need them.
Okay.
Everything else seems fine. It's just that the libraries bit at the top is the weird bit.
What's it mean about this?
We'll get that right. We need to start at the top, but it's worrying. Let's go.
It could just not be detecting that it's using them. Because like you are using a list which comes from the collections of generic. Or does it just come from collections? I think it just comes from collections and
Yeah, but sometimes you have to put. Oh, is it because you put colon? Oh, it's not a colon, is it? Sorry.
It might just be.
I thought it was.
always
Is it
a cross
cross
one. It seems to be. Oh no, never mind.
It might just be a need to recompile it.
Yeah, just try saving it and going back to the engine. What was that with your one?
So if I give it a play,
Yeah.
And we'll find out what's wrong. Alright, what's it saying in the red?
So, assets agent controller error from unexpected.
Double click on the error.
Semicolon.
it also tells you the line number. That's line 7, column 35.
Oh yeah, semicolon.
So,
Yeah, you need a semicolon.
Where?
Yeah.
It's already put itself there for you.
Yeah, so it's just
And
going to
then
be
save that.
a non.
And then you go back here.
Go back to the
anything like this.
Sorry?
You don't really engine anything like this.
It's more plug and play.
Also, there's got a graphic call drag and drop interface you can kind of start
Oh, okay.
stuff with.
So there's my.
Sorry?
You've
So
got to learn
I've got
it.
my
Oh, of course.
L
Yeah.
020.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, is it not meant to be 020?
No.
Is this one meant to be 00?
No. That one's fine. That's just not meant to be there. You can get rid of this.
I think music I like I'm well out of date.
That would be right.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
So this is the one that they're still working on. What's missing?
But yeah, the reason why I'm real I can start building this and then I can dive into those after. I've got this idea.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yes.
I see how many
To run you the job to Android first. These guys are saying, right on second one.
Oh, because
Because
this.
that, yeah, so your format is about.
Yeah, I'm not so interested.
If you go into edit,
some
you don't have the format. It works.
Is it in selection?
bit between games,
There you go. If you just click format button,
like the film.
there you go. And see now you can see what it says. Whenever you the way we generally style the code
Scroll down,
is
make sure it's
inside those braces, you tend to indent everything inside,
Oh,
and that works for your nesting.
Because I'm just going to last level.
Gizmo draw wire
and stuff like that as well. And
So at this point, Hastings, for example, you should be able to copy and paste your guy and have like 5 of them. They should all work. Although the area they get selected in is a bit spiffy because this code isn't perfect. You got what?
I've got like 3 boxes.
Yeah, but if you copy and paste your guy and make 3 of them, they should all behave more or less.
In trouble, but yeah,
And then
it's like if you click
minus one.
yeah, no, I'll do that. I'll message it. Cool. And it's something that I show you.
And then if you save it, find out what's wrong. Don't close it yet, because you can still have it open and check it.
Book that I want to place it on.
Hello.
But obviously,
That's a lot of stuff.
So my issue.
we can condense that.
So it's here. The starting coordinate we set where it starts. So it's here we're just adding an extra amount of height.
Okay.
But I was doing that here as well. So I was adding that. I was adding that
Yeah.
What about unipass?
into
So that means you've got to change some of the other things to say
and
unipass.
the ending.
So
So that meant that I was just drawing both sides of the rectangle on the same plane.
So is that why you-
I'm drawing a plane.
That one's 2D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which look cool.
Alright.
ending chord.
or
Hey!
Oh, yes, at the end. There.
Oh, you're free. There's free
Yeah.
beans. Oh, look at them all go. Look at them.
And if you like click off somewhere, it should deselect them. Sometimes they're that weird and it won't.
Pluralise the situation.
I've yet to figure that out.
Oh, L is not capital.
It's cool because this is like your troops as well, like sort of wandering about.
They're still not marking it as a thing. Did you have an object called overlap?
I'm not playing this.
No, it's
like
physics uppercase. So this is a static method.
It's all right. It's just where your thing's still not got the full IntelliSense.
yeah.
So we're just gonna keep going through it like this.
So you need to tell it to center the box on your thing you've called center. You need to tell it to stretch to your delta absolute. That's how far out it's going to go in every direction.
I know what's wrong. Your delta absolute is spelled wrong.
No.
Oh, a weird thing, you can't draw
say
from
that
bottom left
next
to top right.
arrow.
In what?
So you can't draw your box.
Oh yeah, I did have
from
that.
bottom
Yeah,
right.
it'll be because of how I'm doing the absolute thing.
Yeah.
Can fix it. I just don't know how. I didn't have time. You definitely can do that.
What did you name it in your age?
Oh,
You probably can do that if you're in the other corner of it. Yeah.
something that isn't working
Yeah.
is I don't seem to be able to select just one.
Ah, I could. It depends where they are and if they're being.
Yeah. So the problem is they're also walking around. They're sort of like moving.
Yeah, because they can't get to the same spot. So that's why the limitations of the code. They're all asking to move to the same. But if you reset it, you should be able to select one at a time. Also, if you just click on one, sometimes it should just catch it.
Charlie, is there a function for the clear selection?
Yeah, you made it. Remember, you made it yourself.
Ah, that's missing still.
But you made it earlier. I remember.
He did write it.
He's
Oh,
got,
he's
got the draw gizmo, but
No, he removed it when he was trying to fix other stuff.
Ah. Okay, you need to write that. Yeah.
The ones right.
Yeah, clear selection.
Okay.
You need to make it yourself.
Let's go see Akira's the one.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just moving all of them.
So
Let me check this code.
I think it was Saturday.
So my loop
maybe
is
just you and you
from 0 to colliders.length I++,
I think Laura
colliders I, game object, get component, edge controller is selected, true, select unit, add that
I've got to wait to get them all back together in one session.
Yes.
That's going to be a hell of a session.
and then
So when you start up the scene,
I get.
and make sure they're spread far enough apart,
So I can get.
can you just select one with the box? Or just click on
You
it?
might. Well, you
I'll
might
try
find
that.
because he normally is on
Then
Saturday.
you've got
What left is Laura Hayes and then Alex maybe.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
Cool.
You've been named.
I think I don't know what the date is properly.
So in the 18th.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it, but I
What's
should.
that?
Sweet. Awesome. Then just drag it right along.
no, it's moving them all.
That's easy.
That's weird.
That's why I.
So if you go in the browser, right, can you deselect them?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you switch,
Okay, well, it's just started moving one of them now.
yeah.
Well, you know where I'm gonna be in it. I'm gonna be.
You're in space with one.
I'm a space pirate.
So if you go to on the left where it shows all the things in your scene,
Weird thing.
yeah,
I click on none of them,
yeah.
but the closest one that I will click to decides it's now going to move. Well, if I click close enough to one,
Does it behave the same in every corner of the thing? In every corner of the plane? Because I've had it just do different things depending where it is. It's something to do with the getting the distance thing because it goes like negative or whatever. I had to figure that out.
it's almost like it is
inside the
collection.
selection variable still.
It might
know
not
that
be.
it is.
So when you check the objects in your scene on the left while it's running, if you
Yeah.
go through all of your agents, whatever you've called them, your units,
Yeah.
you should be able to see where it says is selected if you've set it to public, or you've set it to serialized field.
I haven't done that in serialized field.
Now let's
Okay,
see
do
what's-
serialized field. Yeah,
How does one do that?
square bracket serialized field
Alright,
And where do I put that?
above the field that you've made.
alright,
Oh, what's that?
that's okay. We just do that.
I think you will be missing.
What's it feel? We format.
Who?
Yes.
Doo-doo?
Well, so minimize.
No. So that's just square brackets serialized field with a Z.
Serialize field, one singular.
You can go up for us with the top again.
So basically, you do this. You go.
That's
Uh,
like that.
Oh,
That's
I do have
right.
some kind of thing. Should be like that, yeah.
Oh, okay, without the.
Yep, that's like that.
Is it commander?
What it says,
Quickly, sorry, right.
attribute serialized field is not valid on this declaration type. It's only valid on field declarations.
So where you
Is
wrote
that because I've written it with custom gets and sets?
maybe that might be it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's,
it just needs to be public ball is selected equals whatever. Did I end up doing it with the special ones?
There's probably going to be another one.
Yeah. So if you look here, Hastings, right?
Yeah.
So I've got two. So I've got the backing field, which has an underscore, right? That one can be serialized.
Yeah.
But this one, public ball is selected. That can't be because you've got the funny gets and setters on it.
Right. Okay.
And you back that onto that.
Yeah. Okay. And if I back the private, then it wouldn't be visible anyway because it's private.
Yeah, serialized field makes it visible in the editor. Yeah.
Did you jump to undraw Gizmo? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Undraw these mouse. It'll be up here.
Where's the hand? Fish is playing hand and draw.
Yes.
He's saying he doesn't like the hand.
Is playing is playing case sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, is in capital.
No.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's kind of cool. How it knows how to name it. I suppose it does it by a pattern, doesn't it?
Name what?
Well, like so the I've
it's done that.
I've put the serialized field on my private, and it's given it a name on the front end, and the inspector is space selected.
Oh.
I suppose it recognises the camel case pattern.
Yeah,
I didn't think it would do that.
On
That's neat.
again, haven't you?
It recognises the camel case pattern,
Just Gizmo.
Yeah.
which makes sense. It's not.
But you should be able to see it. Says it's left.
Yeah, I can see it now.
So if you observe that while you're playing the game, you can see if it's selecting or unselected. I actually added like a selection circle thing, which I haven't shown you guys.
Should be actually fun because it's taking a lot longer to read the pattern.
Information.
Oh, there we go.
And then when we're through,
Yeah.
it automatically takes you to the menu.
I kind of thought we'd be through all the code by now, to be honest.
Well, I think I'll try.
Yeah.
Often to stream it, you just have you got a
you're
camera?
moving.
Yeah, I was
thought you'd play the camera.
Yeah, it didn't occur to me. I was like, oh, I need you to do the camera. Yeah. It would have made more sense.
I've got a delayed birthday present tomorrow.
Stop the play again.
Right,
Go to Q.
and now the others are selected as well.
Whoa. You know what it is? No,
Which is
you know what it is.
Where is it? No. So
yeah,
select,
that's good.
so
Is
I'm
it?
trying to select this I'm trying to select this one. That's
We forgot to move the code into the actual.
I select it.
I'll do it.
It's now selected. So if unit one,
No,
it's
still takes
also
it.
selected.
But you can see if the other ones are also.
They're all also selected. Even
So
if
it's putting them all inside the box then. Yeah. You need to check. Yeah.
So it's probably just
so you can see it fully.
Yeah, I mean,
There's the-
like my code was janky, but it should at least be able to tell the difference between.
yeah, I personally deselected that one.
And then
Yeah.
that's fine. And then you're down here. Your
Yeah,
script
see,
should be
look,
selected.
if I select it here, it's selecting him.
No, go back
If I
up.
select down
It's
here,
the
it's
S.
select them.
Telephone controller is there. Okay, so that bit's fine.
So now it's separated from the rest of the
Yeah, that's not an issue.
Yeah.
See if you can
But now
drag
these ones are
do the
probably
drag thing
selected.
first. No, not that one.
then you.
No, yeah, see now
in
you
the C, see if you can draw the rectangle.
Well, that's not too bad.
I think the selection should be.
It could be to do with your camera angle, I suppose, because mine did look a bit weird though.
But then his is also like
Ah,
running.
Yeah, look, see, mine's doing it.
Some time in trying to bring them together.
right.
Yeah, I've done that one. But like that
Stop
one,
it again.
select. Oh, that one should at least select that one.
Make
Yeah,
it
like that one
center
stayed
again.
selected that time. It shouldn't.
And then go to Q.
Yeah, see,
Cube
I
is not part of
selected
a layer yet.
specifically.
There's an
one.
acceptable level of
So
jank,
you-
but
you- No, you.
But yeah, I can generally have one selected,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you should be
right.
able to
Yes.
if you've got the code.
Yes, whatever you named it in the thing, because that's what it's going to call.
So if you want.
So
So there is the possibility that this cube is not exactly the same as the actual collision box being used
you've
because
called it agent mask.
because I
That's what it's gonna be
don't
called.
know how to verify that. But yeah,
Would it not be?
That's your variable in the script.
it should generally
because
This
the
is
mask is
checking
like
for the
different.
layer mask's name,
I mean,
which is
the-
agent mask.
because it draws the overlap box with the physics
And
thing
then
different to
go
how
with
it draws it
again.
with the gizmo
Yeah.
Select
because it
agent
just
mask.
scales it by that much in every direction, whereas this
Yeah,
one
that
it
should be fine now.
doesn't do that. It
Yeah.
actually goes out that many units, which is weird. Because I suppose there's a default size for a box when it does the
So it
gizmo.
moves. That's
Yeah.
a good start.
You did it. You good?
Moving.
You're moving.
Oh.
Okay.
Can you select it?
Try doing the selecting again with the.
So you don't have to. You don't have to use click on the selection controller.
Yeah, it's not.
If you click back on the. Back on the cube.
It's not on the agent mask now.
You didn't have to do your right click with the selections.
And now I've stopped.
Press selecting again. Okay.
It's not moving.
Is the box also not like the right angle?
Yeah, the gizmo's on.
Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't seem to match up to where the box is.
It doesn't
No, it's
go
very
up.
shiny.
The box is rendering.
Oh, okay.
There's a box on the cube.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are you in select or on game view?
Game.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's just rendering the gizmo for the cube.
Do you reckon? Give me a second here, Dean. Maybe if I change my camera real quick,
Maybe.
it might be a bit easier.
Mayhap. We could add just like this little nice finishing touch to the selection thing, which makes it nice. If you add a game object to it called selection ring,
We're going for the
to agent controller.
Agent.
Yeah, make a serialized field called private game object selection ring. And that's going to be the little ring that appears under the character when it's selected to let you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the little ring where I was clicking.
Yeah, but we haven't made one yet. That's just the Unity
that's
thing.
just
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Private game object selection ring serialized field.
Yeah. Then you could do your call backing thing. You done that?
I've kept that.
Okay,
So you want to have selection ring set active to is selected, so that whenever you change what is selected is, you'll also turn on and off the selection ring.
Yeah.
And then you want the rotation.
And close-up cam doesn't exist for you guys because you didn't get it.
The rotation of your.
Yeah.
Just set active.
Yeah.
Just keep that active.
Yeah. And so what you need to do is you go back into the Unity game mod.
Yeah.
Stop it running. You go to your unit.
Keep moving up.
You could delete all the other ones, I guess. So you can copy and paste it.
In game.
So you go to this guy.
Top down view.
You make a new game object and you put it inside it. Right? Called make like a cylinder or something. Make it make a cylinder. Yeah. Put inside it. And then make it visible.
Okay, that's odd.
What's happened?
It only counts as being selected if you select it on the hierarchy.
What?
Because of the fact that it's not doing a box,
Yeah.
it won't move until you select it on the hierarchy.
I don't need to move. There's no problem.
Okay, now I can, but it
That's weird.
wasn't a minute ago. Like when you first started it up.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
One sec. Let me have a look and figure it out. So what you do Hastings, you make a new object to be your selection ring.
Yeah.
You go to unit. Selection ring should be visible if you've saved the script, which I haven't probably. Oh no, I just didn't do it. Yeah. Oh, it remembers it now. You go there, and you just drag it in. So when it loads, selection ring should appear there, and you can just drag it from your thing over there to there, like this. Or you could click the little target and then select it from the stuff in the scene.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. What? And then you turn it off in next to its name. If you hit the little tick, it'll deactivate the item. And you turn off the sender. Okay.
Yeah, it's 9:30. It's like
Yeah.
well, I don't know tomorrow, so
Maybe in London tomorrow.
You should come in.
no, thanks for organising. Running it would be really enlightening. A lot to take in.
Yeah. Okay, man.
But
It probably would have been easier if you had something to do with your hands.
I think so, but
Yeah.
I think I don't have an laptop. I just so I just watch.
Oh,
And I think it's, as I said, I'm intrigued. I definitely would like to come again and
that's cool.
try and play.
Well, I've got a spare laptop, so when it's got
Okay.
Unity installed properly and a battery charge, I'll bring it in next time.
Oh, brilliant.
There's one more spare machine for people to use. I think we probably could have just used Russ's computer as well.
We could have, yeah.
Yeah.
But I did not also. Oh, mind you, the camera was there. Imagine just like the usage, my face, and your recording.
Well, you should be on the other side of the camera, so it should be fine.
It
Right.
did it. It did it.
Gizmos and just switch on the
It did it.
Ah, yeah, it did it.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
it's
oh, you are. Yours
Yeah,
is
it's
different
playing.
things.
It's definitely
It's selected.
it's moving.
Okay,
but it's
Control Gizmo is playing and draw. You're definitely saying draw to trigger something, right?
I was saying to
I don't know.
Khalid earlier, I'm going to split the next session.
That's the only draw I see.
No, yeah, you should have one.
Because there's,
up here
I was sitting here and I was thinking earlier, I was like, I could do like if Carol's
Delete
doing
that
next
extra
week,
line.
I could do Saturday. I was going to maybe do one with her and the brother.
Where's my
George.
Yeah.
Because at least that makes I've got to figure out how many groups you don't have to give in one session.
I mean, I did give you the means for like what I've been doing for the last.
Draw
Yeah,
should be equal to
useful
true.
to
And
get-
mouse
get
button
some
to
of us in
get
some
down.
place.
Yes.
Get my-
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. But
Yeah,
it's
you
just
don't have to draw yet.
You haven't told us.
I mean, what
so it's not
anyway. I just wanted to do like focus on what each individual
Oh,
person
no,
is doing. Like,
absolutely.
if you wanted to play like yin or yang or something, just like if you guys were saying, because I was thinking what I'd love to do is a one shot of what Khalid's been up to, like all these little space journeys. I think that'd be
That's the
really
only instance of draw other than the false at the bottom,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, one stage true, one stage false.
And now, right, I do
Should
should
you
do because I also got to get tickets for next week as well.
Sure.
I know you guys are busy, so I'm just going to do fist bumps all around.
See you later, man.
Fist bumps. Right.
Alright, so the draw is through there.
Oh,
You
no,
line
it's
up.
process.
It should be fine.
Yeah, we do it anyway. So it looks nice.
It's definitely saved.
Where are you? Mouse button up. Where are you doing drawing for space?
Draw equals false is down here after.
Yeah.
There's a hit point. Oh, hit info. No, hit info points all.
But one of these supposed to be one.
No,
these are all fine.
no. One should only be in the agent control.
So one is only going to do your movement and your.
Well, so
left
if you go
side.
to agent control, you've set that to one there, right? Yeah. So this is set to right click.
Yeah, so that's fine.
And you right click. And this one, and the other one, selection control should be set to left click.
This is all. Yeah, this is fine. Can't hold on. Is playing is kisses, that's done. Draw is true. Gizmo.color equals color green. Same to
An error that I'm getting, I'm not sure why.
Mm.
I'm getting a null reference exception, and it's pointing at line 63. Go to line 63 in the right file. It's in the colliders. It's inside just after clear selection on the colliders.
Okay.
The colliders are game object, get component, agent controller. It's selected.
Wait, what? In clear selection?
No, just after it. Just after clear selection
Oh.
inside of the update.
Have you made sure that you're only getting things on that layer?
Should be.
So,
That's on my unit mask.
mine's called agent mask. Make sure it's called the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's against my unit agent mask.
And have you made sure all your agents are on that?
What?
Okay. Let me try tilting the camera. Real
Oh,
quick.
you thinking that because it's 2D,
It's on
you
unit
can't
mask.
see
There
it?
should be. Does
Yes.
the cylinder also need to be
Maybe.
unit mask?
No, make it not.
Because it definitely.
Because it
I was
doesn't have
watching
that
it say
component
selected
itself.
when I did the drag and drop.
That's where that's coming from.
Let's see it.
That'll do it.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be. But I suppose because I'm making it under an object, it goes. I'm going to put you on the same layer.
Yeah, it did ask me before, and I said no.
Right. Let's.
At least
drop the
my
camera
selection
just a
circle's
touch.
working.
Oh, it does. Cool.
It does.
If you want, you can make it green. That's what I did.
How does one do that? Oh, just with inside the.
Well, so you need to make a new material. So if you go to your project and then you create new, and then you go to material, should be in here somewhere. No.
Create material.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
New material.
It definitely recognises when you selected it because it goes from
Is
you
it
selected
is it
false.
something to
it's
do with the
selected
colour because it's invisible?
Yeah, because if you look, it definitely starts as is selected false, and you play it, it's still false, and then when you draw the square, it recognises it's true.
Let's just double check it is drawing the gizmos, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I switched off the gizmos again.
I'm
I'm sitting there like, I've changed the setting. It says it's selected. Got a square.
You
It's
did
fine. You did it.
It goes in the square hole.
It's fine.
Where's the square go? That's right. In the circle hole.
Is there a way to make it then outside of gizmos?
Yeah, I just hadn't done it. So
Oh,
this,
okay.
but in my code, I just like I know how to do a gizmo, so I'll do a
I
gizmo.
genuinely thought I was losing it.
No, I was just like, oh, it'll be quick and easy, and there'll be no issues. It'll be fine.
It's all a learning curve.
Right.
Well, I don't call it there for now.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was good fun.
Yeah. If you wanted to do what Hastings did, that was add a selection circle to it if you feel like it.
I didn't make that simple. I might still square.
You can put a selection square underneath if you wish. This one. I didn't finish coding one.
When it's selected, it makes the object
Yeah.
visible.
Yeah. So
You do this, and then you do. What you do? I'll do it like this. Easy.
I do like having that's the one thing that I like. That's the one thing that I really like about C# with the back variables.
Yeah.
Because like you can kind of do it in Python, but it's
Python's good for you guys.
well, it's more that it's sort of because you can't make something private in Python. You just sort of give it that underscore prefix to sort of make it private.
So if you do this code, right, what this does is every time you change is selected, it will change that ring to be
Get rid of the close-up
to be
cam.
active. Oh, did I? Would it? Oh, yeah, I don't need that. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's fine. I made them. You know the thing in like Warcraft where you select the unit and then it has the camera looking at their model, the little portrait of them, and it moves and everything. I made that. We haven't got that far, so we're not going to do that.
Next time.
Yeah, I'll have all the code up for you to look at. It's all right.
That's okay, don't worry. You look at me like,
How's that?
It's all gone.
So the other thing I made that was probably quite relevant was putting buildings down. I didn't do the bit where you cast down and check if you could put space there.
Yeah.
I ran out of time, but yeah. But I did the whole thing about how you know what building to put down, like where you're grabbing that from and stuff. So how that would work is we go up to here. We have a building, wherever it was, building. So I made a building controller, and this was to do with just like making buildings. So it had a connection to another class called building, which was down here, this tiny little class. So this is called a scriptable object, right? So so a scriptable object is a special type of game object that exists outside the game as well as like a data class. So basically, what a scriptable object is meant to do is do you want me to unplug that?
Yeah, that's right.
Which one is it?
Whichever one doesn't die.
Maybe. So a scriptable object, right, is like a data class. So you have things that inherit from it, or they use it to set up things. So if you imagine, right, the code for every unit in the game would work the same. Like it's just a guy that looks around and maybe attacks, right? You don't need to code a different one for alien troop number 5 and human troop number 2. So you make one, and then you just give it all the stats. So here I've got name, right? But you could have like, health, speed, attack, whatever. You put all of that in here, right? And then here, when you generate whatever it is, so for example, this is a building, and this creates buildings. It goes into it.
You're shutting down this computer. You done?
I've done enough, I guess. You can close that as well. I'll probably